when we masturbate as a young adult, it's often you have to be quick, you have to be quiet, you have to get it over and done with so nobody hears you, because it's like this it's shrouded in shame. And I think it's very hard to unlearn that and rewire that as an empowered adult. And that's what I've had to do. Like, even for me to make sound during my own self-pleasure practice, it has taken a lot for me to even open my mouth and release pleasure sounds.
Welcome back to Swapping Secrets. My name is Jess.
And my name is Lawrence.
And if you guys haven't already, please don't forget to smack that subscribe button, because the more followers that we get, the more listeners we get, the better we get. Today's topic, however, is pleasure without permission.
This episode, we're going to be diving into the rise of self-pleasure as a form of empowerment, and how our guest, who we introduce to you in a moment, has helped reshape the way people connect with their bodies. From the evolution of Yoni Pleasure Palace to the quiet revolution sparked by splash blankets. Yay! We explore how confidence, sensuality, and self-awareness are transforming modern intimacy. It's a conversation about owning your pleasure, celebrating your body, and building deeper connections, whether solo or with someone you love or a lover.
So on that topic, let me introduce our gorgeous guest for today. Miss Rosie Rees is one of Australia's leading voices in sexual wellness, intimacy empowerment, and conscious self-pleasure. She is a sex and relationship coach, founder of the Yoni Pleasure Palace, and a creator of the Naked Yoga movement. Yoga movement. Maybe yoga too.
It's a sploshing party.
It's a full splosh.
Sponsored by Splash Blankets.
Known globally for helping women connect more deeply with their sensuality, bodies, and emotional confidence. Rosie's work centers on embodiment, empowerment, pleasure, intimacy, literacy, and stigma-free sexuality, all delivered with a grounded, heart-led approach. Let me introduce the gorgeous Rosie.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for taking the time to jump on, seeing as you're in another time zone for us.
I know. Perth is on the other side of the world, hey?
Yeah, Perth is like, you need a whole passport together, I swear. So Rosie, I know we kind of highlighted a little bit about yourself. I did leave out particularly one of your products. So did you want to just give us a quick little rundown on some of the fantastic things you've done to help us women and I guess partners in general?
Yeah, well, I started Yoni Pleasure Palace in 2014, so 11 years ago now. And it really started, I guess, from my own curiosity, my own self-discovery. I was actually having a spiritual awakening. I was in Bali doing my second yoga teacher training, and I discovered this little jade egg over there. I was at a jade egg workshop, and it's so funny because I just launched a blog. I was writing all about like relationships, and I'd personally just sort of gotten out of a toxic, abusive relationship that I was in for a year. And so I was really inspired with blogging. Blogging was the thing back then. And I was ready to launch a shop on my website with vibrators. And then I went on this like spiritual journey, discovered the jade egg. And when I came home to Australia, I just wanted to share this crystal egg and what it can do for your pelvic floor and for your self-connection. So it kind of started there. And then from then, like now, I think the website has literally like hundreds of products, and not just crystals. I started with crystals because once I'd used that jade egg once, I actually wanted to ditch my vibrator, which I was very good friends with. And I didn't know how to orgasm without a vibrator, to be honest, without a vibrator or without a partner. And so I was very interested in slowing down my self-pleasure practice and literally not just going within, like touching my vagina, because I think a lot of our sexual pleasure is themed around the clitoris, which is amazing, but actually there's a lot of pleasure inside. And that's kind of what started the desire to bring out crystal dildos and glass dildos that go internally.
Amazing. On top of that as well, I know you did start up that amazing splash blanket company as well, which I know a ton of our customers already use, and we will be having one in our beautiful club sometime soon. So please tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, well, in 2020 or 2018, I met my partner, my wife, who's now my wife, and my sex life just completely exploded and changed for the better. And let's just say, you know, their pronouns are they, them now, but back then it was she, her. So back then she taught me how to squirt essentially, and I taught her how to squirt, and we were just making a bloody mess in the bed. And I was seriously just over washing the sheets and stripping the bed every single time. And actually we went to Kmart and got this little kind of like bed wetting sheet, right? And it's so unsexy. It's just this crusty little white sheet. And I decided, you know what, there's got to be something better out there. I need to either come up with something, because there wasn't anything at the time. And so that's kind of how Splash Blanket was started. But it actually started as a squirt blanket under my Yoni Pleasure Palace brand. And what happened was like they sold out within a week, which was insane. And I knew it would, because I knew I wasn't the only one squirting and making a mess in the bedroom. But what happened is a lot of people were like, listen, I'm not just using it for squirting. I'm using it for my dog. I'm using it, you know, at the beach, or my kids love it. Like, it's so soft. I love the feel of this blanket. So that's when we rebranded as Splash Blanket, because it's a bit more of a universal, term to use it. And yeah, the rest is history. Then COVID happened and then we exploded again. So it was amazing.
Oh,
COVID had some silver linings for many people. I have a fun little story about Splash Blankets. I am the owner of a Splash Blanket, unbeknownst to me, for some time, and I only discovered this 2 weeks ago.
Wait, how did you not know?
Because Michelle so Michelle is my wife, and she has this blanket. It was used for the dog, but then got washed, and it looks nice, and it's been a sort of a throw on the couch. And I've never really handled it or looked at it that closely. And I picked it up one day, and I was sort of like moving it around, and I just and the tag, and I was like, this is a splash blanket. And she's like, what's that? And I was just like, well, let me tell you.
Oh my God.
And she goes, I think we should move this to the bedroom then, that blanket.
I love that.
So yeah, that's
So were you already
I was super
technically-
pumped. I was like, I didn't know I owned one. This is great.
It's like an
Already technically
accidental splash blanket.
Yeah.
How does she have one and not know she has one? That's crazy.
And I said, where did you get this from? She goes, I got it from a friend who said like it was like a gift. I used it because when we got the dog, I don't know what the exact story was. And I was like, okay, cool. And now,
Hey, the fact that she has one, she just needs to use it in the bedroom.
that's
Yeah.
right. I'm like, well,
Being shifted now.
we've got that pillow now. Now we'll use the blanket to drape over the pillow.
I love that. Before we dig deep into the questions, I do want to just remind everyone we do have a little teaser in the middle of our show calling Just a Tip. We're going to play a fun game to see what's real and what's fake in regards to sex toys.
I am actually really curious about this game because I want to know what does this mean?
Yeah,
a real
and you
or
know
fake
what?
sex toy?
It's perfect because, Rosie, you can help us, seeing as you are a creator and distributor of some of these things. You can tell us what's real and fake as well.
Happy to help.
So let's start us off with the first topic, the rise of self-pleasure as empowerment. So let's explore how self-pleasure has been shifted culturally from taboo to celebrated. Rosie, let's help me kind of explain this to our guest on how the conversations have changed since, I guess, when you opened in 2014 and how it is now.
Yeah, well, I guess the way I see it is self-pleasure is a form of self-care, right? Like I think a lot of people think it's just about getting off and giving yourself an orgasm, which it is to some extent. You know, if you need a tension release, if, you know, you just need to sort of move some energy in the body. But I think that self-pleasure is an incredible opportunity to connect in deeper with your body, with your soul, with yourself. And typically, you know, we haven't really spoken about it. Like even as kids, you know, parents often don't talk about the health of, you know, being able to experience pleasure. I think we're taught more about preventing pregnancy rather than how to experience pleasure. You know, we're given condoms over having, you know, real conversations. And so I think there's a lot of adult women now and men, but my Yoni Pleasure Palace is predominantly for women who are really interested in learning how to self-pleasure for empowerment, for self-love, for liberation, because self-pleasure has been kind of shunned and in the shadows for so many years, or has really just been about masturbation, which is more about like getting off. And the way I use self-pleasure is a way of deeply connecting to myself and filling up my cup. And sometimes that will result in an orgasm and sometimes it won't. And I think the toys that I design and create, you know, from glass and crystal and even steel, we've even had wood dildos in the past as well, is really about, it's not about that hard and fast getting off. It's really about slowing down, because when we slow down, when we breathe, when we soften, we are actually opening ourselves up to having deeper orgasms, you know, full body orgasms. And also not only that, but clearing stuff from our system as well, clearing and healing and releasing through, you know, that beautiful, empowering pleasure practices that you can do. And that's what I love teaching women. It's not, you know, I'm not just all about selling dildos, although that's a lot of fun. I love educating. I love educating women on how to, you know, reframe your masturbation practice into a self-pleasure, self-care practice.
What does obviously the episode title is Pleasure Without Permission, but it's obviously been borrowed from you. But what does pleasure without permission mean in practice?
Yeah, I guess it's like often women wait for permission to do anything, you know, and I think it's like you don't actually need permission from anyone to pleasure yourself. Pleasure isn't a reward. It's a birthright, you know. It's about being able to give something to yourself without needing to be worthy of it. Like, we are worthy of feeling pleasure. We are worthy of feeling orgasmic without needing to be good or to be skinny or to be anything, you know. Like, a lot of women don't feel worthy of feeling pleasured or desirable because they might not look the way the beauty industry wants us to look. And it's like, and body image plays into this a lot, you know. And I think it's just reminding ourselves we do not fucking need anyone's permission to feel pleasure. Like, actually, we can give ourselves that permission to pleasure ourselves. And like, even I'm in a relationship, I'm married, and I come from, you know, my I guess my 20s and 30s has been self-discovery and curiosity, and self-pleasure has been a huge part of that. Hence why I, you know, own these businesses. But my wife, for example, self-pleasure has just not been a part of their world. You know, they don't need it. They don't do it. They don't, you know, really see the point. So I had to educate my wife that, hey, I'm just going to go up to our bedroom and self-pleasure. And they would initially, when we got together, they'd be a little bit triggered. I'm like, no, it's got nothing to do with you not giving me what I need. I actually want and need to give this to myself as a way of giving back to me and feeling connected to my body. So there's that as well. I think a lot of people in relationships don't self-pleasure or keep it in the secret, you know, shadows, and don't tell their partner. But I think it's actually really important to communicate about that.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going off script here because I'm like super fascinated about this. But and I'm just like curious to hear your thoughts about it. It does feel a lot in like relationship has this. It's a part of every relationship, but it's very like closeted. It almost feels like, you know, having an affair, right? Or in some people it is cheating, a form of cheating. But why do you think that is? And I guess maybe to build on that, it almost feels like you're saying when you know young like children or young adults get sex education, they're taught about like sex with another person but you know, preventing pregnancy and the rest of it. But like self-pleasure is like this, it's even further removed from the sex conversation. It's like, it's so far away from any conversation that you hear. It's usually about, and even in like modern day rhetoric that I hear, it's just like, you know, having sex and being sexual is okay, but it's just like, I don't hear much about self-pleasure. You know, it's almost like the bottom of the barrel kind of thing. It's like,
totally. Yeah. I mean, parents avoid the conversation like the plague, right? Because it makes them so uncomfortable. But really, you know, our first I guess, experiences with self-pleasure is, with ourselves. Even as I remember as a little girl, I'd put my hands in my pants to go to sleep because it would just feel good. I didn't think it wasn't a sexual thing. It was just like, this just feels really nice, But I didn't, it was so, I call it a silent sex education. I had zero sex education from anyone in my world, whether that was about sex or pleasure or boundaries or consent, nothing. So we all fumble around trying to figure it out ourselves. And then when we get to, if you're trying to teach your kids about this stuff at 12, 13, it's too late because they're already in that world by that stage usually. But the thing is, when we masturbate as a young adult, it's often you have to be quick, you have to be quiet, you have to get it over and done with so nobody hears you because it's like this it's shrouded in shame. And I think it's very hard to unlearn that and rewire that as an empowered adult. And that's what I've had to do. Like even for me to make sound during my own self-pleasure practice, it has taken a lot for me to even open my mouth and release pleasure sounds in the privacy of my own home because it's like, just be quick, get it done, be quiet, don't let anyone hear you if you're living at home with your parents, if you're in a share house. And it really just puts this dampener on the whole experience. And I think it is a matter of rewiring and unlearning those patterns that we have from when we first discovered masturbation and flipping it around. So it's a really beautiful, empowering experience. And start talking about it. Like tell your partner, hey, I really want to just go connect with myself. And not like you're asking permission, but just letting them know. So it's less triggering for them, you don't have to hide it.
Yeah, definitely. Especially when I first started getting with my husband, he used to feel it like it. I kind of almost felt like it was a stigma. Like I felt I was getting like this kind of ick because he was like, oh, I'll come up with you. Like I'll use the vibrator on you. And I was like, no, I just need 10 minutes to just let out all of this. I've got this anxiety energy that just needs an orgasm and I need to do it really quickly and then I can come down. So it's really nice to see that you are like getting rid of that stigma and getting women and also men as well, making them feel comfortable that there isn't a stigma attached and it is sexy, fun and very safe to do.
Or there shouldn't be, or ideally there shouldn't be a stigma attached. Yeah.
And you know what? The way we orgasm with ourselves is very different to the way we orgasm with a partner.
That's so true.
Yeah, and I think we can't replicate, we can't just copy and paste like how we come on our own because when we're on our own, we can be totally fucking vulnerable. We're just like, unhinged. You can just do whatever you want. There's no one else around, right? But with a partner, there is some layers there that take a little bit more time to come off and to feel safe to really let go.
Before we move on to the next topic, we've said some key words here about stigma, and like we just wanted to do it's a good way to segue into like our wonderful sponsors who we've collaborated with, Stigma Health. You may have heard of them, Rosie, but so Stigma Health is a online service where you can get your sexual health screenings sent to your email or phone and go to your local pathology centre to get a sexual health screening done. If you use our code PlaySafe10, that's PlaySafe10, you can get 10% off your order. You can multi-buy referrals as well. So if anyone, especially for us, say in the non-monogamous community where you ideally would be getting regular health screenings, you can go and multi-buy those and save even more. So it's really fast, it's really discreet. I've used it myself. I can definitely recommend. It's easy to do. So yeah, thank you to Stigma Health.
I love that little drop-in tag that we always do. So I know just before as well, you did kind of give us a nice little overview of why you started your companies, your Yoni Pleasure Palace. I did want to ask though, what are some of the myths and misconceptions that you encounter when it comes to the Yoni Palace?
I guess, people maybe feel scared to use crystal and glass dildos internally. Yeah. That's definitely something they're like, well, if I'm going to use this in my vagina, like, is it going to break? The glass is the glass that we manufacture our dildos out of is the strongest glass. It's borosilicate glass. It's been annealed. It's been tempered. It's basically shatterproof unless you want to drop it, from a high distance onto concrete. So it is kind of like your Pyrex bowls in your kitchen. They can withstand extreme temperatures, and they're actually the most body safe product you could use. And they're really, like, when you use them, and I'm not sure where you guys are at with using these kinds of toys, but they go in, whether that's anally or vaginally, so smoother and so sleeker than something silicone or plastic or grippy. So, you know, especially when you add lubricant, what I found and why I got quite addicted to these toys is because when you use them, it's firmer, so you can find those pleasure zones internally a lot quicker. You have that pressure to be able to put onto the G-spot or on the cervix or, you know, on the walls of the vagina. It's sleek. It just like slides in there. Like definitely it's not like a finger or a penis. Like it's different. And I love it. I love that they're temperature responsive as well, you know.
I do have a question because I do actually own a crystal dildo. I actually own two. So I've got one that's like it's ribbed and it goes spirally and it's blue. And then I've got one that kind of looks like multiple balls attached to it. Now, I've been told, so you can tell me if this is true or not, I've been told you can put them in the freezer, which is what I do. I really like when they're cold. However, somebody the other day told me you can put them in the microwave. Is that true or is that false?
I mean, I personally
blow
wouldn't.
up my house?
I wouldn't.
That's false.
I would just use warm water, like not boiling hot water. I just run it under the tap in the bathroom.
Okay.
Yeah, or take it in the shower. But crystals are a lot more breakable. So if you do drop it, the chances of it breaking are a lot higher because it is from Mother Earth. For me, when I use my crystals, it's more for like a healing. Yeah, it's a really a deeper spiritual experience for me. Whereas my glass ones are like, I want to squirt, I'm going to use this toy, you know, for that purpose. So that for me, that's how I don't use toys with my partner, like internal toys. I just love their fingers and strap-ons. For me, all my glass and crystal dildos are pretty much just for me to connect with myself.
Yeah, I love that.
I want to talk more about splash blankets, especially with my newfound splash blanket.
You own one. Let's get some education for you.
Yeah, like how have you noticed that the conversation has changed around squirting since, you know, the inception of the splash blanket, if at all? Anything that's like changing around? I know there are a lot of myths and a misunderstanding around squirting. So if you could speak to any of that.
Yeah. So what I have found is people with a splash blanket, people who are using a splash blanket, like 100 times more likely to let go and squirt if they have something underneath them that is soft, that is waterproof, and that will prevent them from, you know, needing to change the sheets and sleep in a wet patch or whatever. So I feel like that the reason that I brought out the squirt blankets is literally because for me, there was a mental block. Like if I didn't have something underneath me, I prevented myself. It's like I cock blocked myself from fully letting go. And so having that blanket under me just gave me that peace of mind that I could, you know, quote unquote, make a mess. And I think, you know, there's this barrier because as kids, as little, you know, whatever age, we're told not to wet the bed, right? We don't, that's like this, it's programmed in our brains to literally don't make a mess in that way. And so when you're an adult and you're encouraged to just like be free and let go and have fun, it is, like I said before, it's this unlearning to like, actually you can let the floodgates open and you can make a mess. And whether that is squirt or whether that is lubricant or body oil, like it just gives you that freedom to, fully let go. And, you know, at sex parties and things like that, like that's where splash blankets are really coming in handy. We have just boomed at sex parties all over the world. People are just like BYOing their sex blanket because, like it just gives you that layer that you're like, okay, you know, I can let go and have some fun here.
Yeah. We need to have like a stock on hand that you can hire out at the club or buy your own merch.
We already are actually in the midst of dealing with that.
So like how you can hire one of the silky robes, you can hire a splash blanket and just like...
And it's actually the best gift. Like, it's like a gift that just keeps on giving. I've literally cozied up with a splash blanket now.
I love that you've got one on your lap.
I always
so
have. I do. And you kind of don't know you need one until you've got one, and then you're like,
got one.
oh. It's also this beautiful kind of like, my wife and I use it as a symbol of like, if the splash blanket's on the bed, that means it's kind of go time, especially if
It's
you've been with your
on.
partner for freaking decades. It's like
Yeah.
a little sign. Sometimes you just want to have a little sign. Okay, we're going to do that, and it's cute and it's obviously sexy too.
Well, I do love that. And actually, one of our sponsors, which I know you probably are aware of this, but Flirt actually sell them. So that was also kind of where we went into the store, and I was like, oh my God, guys, because they're one of our beautiful sponsors as well. So flirtadultstore.com.au. So they're gorgeous enough to give us a discount code, Secret15. So they also sell the splash blankets just like you do. I'm not sure if they sell some of your glass dildo toys as well. That
They
I've
do.
actually, yeah, I figured they might, but I didn't want to assume.
that's great.
So thanks to your gorgeous self as well. So if any of our customers, now that we're talking splash blankets and everything naughty and nice, Splash Blankets has been amazing enough to give us a little discount as well. So if you type in Secret Spot at the checkout, you'll be able to get a discount with them when you purchase your squirt blanket. So thank you, Rosie, for that. That's
You're
really
welcome.
sweet of you. Before we jump into just a tip, I do have one more little detailed question to ask. So I know with your company, so you've helped people be able to be a bit more self-aware of their body, of their pleasure. I know we touched on them being able to pleasure themselves and being with a partner and how they're very different. Do you happen to do any like educational classes or like other than your naked yoga, do you do anything else besides obviously selling those products? Like, do you do seminars? Do you do talks to help people grow on that self-awareness of sexual pleasure?
Yeah, I have a few online courses. So I have Squirt School, which is one of my best-selling courses for couples and individuals who want to learn how to squirt both with a partner and on their own. Because again, it's different with both of those, ways of squirting. Squirt School's, amazing for that if you just want to deep dive into that world. Then I have the Golden Yoni membership, which is a membership portal, $40 a month. And I basically teach workshops every month, and I have guest speakers come in and teach. Like this Wednesday, we have someone teaching about erotic hypnosis. So it's like everything to do with love, sex, relationships, self-pleasure, partnered sex, all that kind of stuff. So that's juicy for people if they want to learn online. And then in person, my naked yoga workshops are insane. They're just like so transformational. Outside of that, I do speaking gigs like at expos and stuff like that. I'll go around to like mind, body, spirit and teach people about the yoni and, anatomy and how to essentially get yourself off. As much as you can talk about that stuff in public settings like that. There's a lot of the work that I do is teaching and doing guest workshops in people's online courses and podcasts like this. Like I'm big on education. I think there's just not enough of it.
Oh, no, I completely agree. And speaking of education, how can people reconnect with their bodies in a world full of distractions? Like we're consistently busy with work or looking after our friends or trying to plan a party. How can we find a way to, reconnect with our bodies? Like out of your, experience or expertise, what would your tips be for that?
Yeah, I mean, in a non-sexual way, something that I do every day is breath work. Just laying down, putting my phone away I'll have it on flight mode and I'll just have like a guided breath work. I teach breath work as well, pleasure breath in my membership. So just doing something at least 5-10 minutes a day where you can just lay down, breathe, like literally breath is such a beautiful gateway to the body and to relaxing your nervous system. And when you think about pleasure and sex and being open or ready for intimacy, being in your body is like key. You need to be in your body and embodied, and breath work is a beautiful gateway to that. So doing that is nice. And then just before going into intimacy, either with a partner or with yourself, just touching yourself. Like I do these downward strokes. So it's sort of over my skin, over my arms, over my belly, or even over my face, and just having these beautiful downwards, kind of down regulating physical touch. It's sensual touch. I think coming into your sensual body and, acquainting yourself with your body before going straight to your clitoris or straight to your penis. It's like, just inform yourself, inform your body first, and orient yourself to your sensuality. That's something that I do. And even with my partner, we'll just do back tickles first, or we'll do open mouth kissing, or we'll do some eye gazing. I think those kind of elements help to, bring about like relaxed arousal, but also safety. They build safety in your own body and with your partner. And when you feel safe, of course, you're going to open and feel more pleasure.
Thank you. Thanks for those tips. And with that, we'll move on to just a tip. I'm excited for this. The real or fake sex game, sex toy theme.
So the wonderful producer, Gabe, is going to read out or show us.
Maybe I'll explain it.
Yes, please. That'd be great. Gabe, please explain what we're doing.
Okay, so you'll notice next to you, Jess and Lawrence, you have some drawing pads there. Bring up those pads for us. You should have a pen with each. Rosie, I know you don't have one, but you can play just as easily by using your finger to say thumbs up or thumbs down. So essentially what this game is I'm going to read out 5 real erotic toys and 5 fake erotic toys.
Okay.
Not in any particular order. So there's 10 in total. And you're going to either write, is it real or fake on it. Now, each of these has a name, obviously, these toys. But some of them have descriptions too. So if you need a description, if you're really unsure if it's real or fake, just say, give us a description, Gabe, and I'll read it to you.
Okay.
For you, Rosie, all you need to do is put a thumbs up if you think it's real or thumbs down if you think it's fake. But wait until I say, give me your answer, because I want to make sure no one copies off each other. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And everyone will reveal at the same time.
Hit me with your best
Does that all make sense, everyone?
Yes.
Cool.
Perfect. Give it to me.
So, toy number 1, real or fake? The Enjoy Fun Wand. It's NJOY, Fun Wand.
Do we give you answer now?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Do
True.
you want to, what?
Number 1.
I was going to.
No. Just say real or fake.
Real.
Okay, real, I think. I actually thought it was fake, but then when I was spelling it out, enjoy fun, I was like, no, that's got to be real, because a sex toy would actually have joy in it. Is that correct?
I know the brand Enjoy, yeah.
Oh, there we go. Is it real?
Yes, it's real.
Yay!
Because they do the stainless steel ones.
Oh, you did the metal ones. Well, okay, so she had an advantage there.
Okay, next one, guys. Le Wand de Mini Vibrator.
Real? You said vibrator. But I don't...
What is it? Wanda.
Le Wand... What is it?
Say it again, yeah.
Le Wand de Mini Vibrator. It's French.
Yeah.
Le Wand de
Le
Mini
Wand
Vibrator.
is a brand. Yeah. I see.
real?
I have the advantage because I know all the brands.
You do have an advantage, so am I
So
right?
are you giving us a thumbs up, Rosie?
Yes.
And you're saying real?
Yeah.
And Lawrence is saying fake.
Is
It's
it-
real.
It says La Wanda.
I was just going off like Gabe's terrible French accent.
You can't blame
I was
Gabe.
like,
Le Wand.
wait, what? Well, I felt like I was set up there.
Man, this is embarrassing because I'm half French. Okay, so
Oh my God. Even worse. Go for it. What's our third one?
next one. The Velvet Whisperer Pulse Wand.
I haven't heard
Ready,
of this,
and
so
go.
I'm going fake.
It's fake.
Yeah.
Fake.
Team
Yay.
effort. Okay.
Next one. Ether Glow Temperature Teaser.
Oh, I haven't heard of that, so I'm doing fake.
I'm going fake.
It is fake.
Yay!
I tried. Oh well.
I love throwing you guys off. This is fun. Okay. All right. Buck Dual Density Dildo.
Look,
Buck Jewel.
Buck
I feel
Dual
like it sounds like
Density Dildo. Density Dildo.
Nah,
Okay.
fake.
Yeah, I was gonna say real because I feel like it's like a gay toy, like for the
I'm
boys.
saying real just because I want that name to exist. It's like Rule 34. No, yeah, Rule 35 of the internet. If it doesn't exist, you have
make it up yourself.
You have to make it yourself.
Yeah. What is it?
I can tell you It's real. Yay!
Oh, what is that? I want to see
feel
a
like
photo of that.
Yeah, I feel like it's a toy for like the gay boys, right? No, or is it for just everyone? Because this is
It's for everyone who probably has an anus, which is
everyone.
everyone.
I hope.
So the description reads, it's by Vixen Creations, a hyper-realistic dual-density dildo crafted for lifelike feel with added firmness.
Ooh.
Okay, didn't know that. I'm there for that.
Wait, why did I think it was
good.
for your bum? I don't know.
I think because I kept saying the word buck and gay.
Gotcha.
Sorry,
Okay.
that's on
yeah.
me.
you threw-
I just think of like, I don't know. You know. Tell me the next one, but don't let me ramble.
Number 6.
Okay, number 6. Mr. Pubic Enemy number 1 electro-chastity cage.
Jesus.
I'm laughing at these because I'm reading it out for the first
Mystic
time.
I'll just go real. That's intense.
That's you said cage, so I'm
Say
thinking
it,
like
can you say it again?
Sure. Mystic Pubic Enemy number 1 electro-chastity cage.
enemy number 1. I'm
gonna-
gonna say it's real because it sounds like something that
I'm
you do
going
for
fake.
chastity.
Yeah.
I'm going fake for that.
I'm not into
Okay, and
cages,
Rosie's saying
but-
real. Jess is saying real.
What is it?
Lawrence is saying fake. It is real.
I feel like it's a chastity like electro toy or something. Like it's gonna kill somebody. Shitty
That's
tits.
amazing.
Oh,
though.
this is fun. I'll read it out actually. This is a really weird one. A chastity device that incorporates electrostimulation for intense tease and deny pet play.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Not for
Okay.
me, but I don't judge.
Yeah, that's your kink. Let it go.
Next one. Lunar Loop Dual Orbit Massager.
Ooh,
know this one.
Lunar Loop. No, I haven't heard that one either. Fake.
Massage. Maybe, yeah, because it says massager. Most vibrators don't say massager.
We're all saying fake, and it's correct. It is fake.
Yay.
Excellent. Is it a good massager? Should we try it? I feel like I could go with a massage right now.
Well, it is fake, so it could be whatever you want it to be, Jess.
I'll go buy it and vibrate myself with it on my back. It's all good.
All right. Next one. Crimson Orchid Flex Rod.
Ooh,
Crimson Orchid Flex Rod.
I'm
that's.
saying real.
I'm saying fake. I have not heard that one before either.
What are you saying?
I say fake.
It is fake.
Oh, boo.
The Crimson Orchid.
I don't know. It's just, it sounded like a nice name. I like nice.
I think you've
I'm
just got a good
attracted to nice
imagination,
names.
Jess.
Pardon?
You got a good imagination for these things.
Oh, I do.
You just want them to be real.
I want everything to be real. Go for it. Hit me with a. Is this the last one?
No, two more.
2 more.
2 more.
Number 9.
I can't count.
Number 9.
Go for it.
Fun Factory Stronic G Pulsator.
Real.
Yeah, it said G Pulse. So I'm thinking G Spot.
Fun Factory is a real brand.
Oh, there we go.
Well, there we go. Everyone was correct. It's real.
Yay!
All right, number 10.
Okay, lucky last. Give it to me.
You get this wrong, then
Your band.
Yep.
All right, last one. Euros Wave Rhythm Stimulator.
The Euros wave.
Euros Wave
Like E-O-U.
Rhythm Stimulator. Yeah, EROS
Oh,
Wave.
Yeah, I'm gonna say real because there's seeing that word around, but maybe I'm confusing that with the Euros Awards.
I keep hearing Euros. I'm like, what do we got? Like,
I'm going to go yes, but I haven't heard of it.
Real.
Everyone's saying real.
Yeah.
It's fake.
Fuck me.
Ah, damn
Damn
it.
it. The last one we got wrong.
You need to go into Yoni Pleasure Palace next time, Gabe, and bring up some of those names.
100%.
I love
I'm sure
naming
I'll
my vibrators. Here, this one. Do you know
Yes.
what this is called?
No, but I've seen it before and I've actually used it before because a friend has it. And it's actually quite good because it's like half a womanizer and half an internal one.
Yeah.
I don't
know what
it's
it's
called.
called.
The Ochre.
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 Ochre. I do like it in the orange. I think the last time hers was like purple, like quite like a soft.
Oh,
purple.
yeah.
I think Michelle really liked
Yeah,
it. She
I
was in the
love the-
market for one
the
of those
burnt
last
orange.
time. All right.
There you go.
So going to Yoni Pleasure Palace tonight to buy the Ochre.
Yeah, cool. Rosie, I want to say thank you so much because I know we're also in 2 different time zones and really appreciate because I was bugging you to come onto this podcast with us and Gabe was helping out. So thank you again so much for taking the time. If there's anything special you want to let our customers know, go for gold. If not, we will also be adding all of your details about all your websites, all of your handles. If you want to spill them out on the podcast anyway, just to remind us.
Yeah, head to yonipleasurepalace.com. It's the best present you can get someone, and anything from this website. Like it's all very indulgent items for yourself or your partner. And it's not just sex stuff on there as well. Like one of our best-selling products is called the Womb Heat Wrap. And it's like this heat wrap that goes all the way around your body and you can walk around the house with it on. So it's not just sexual related stuff. It's anything feminine, intimate wellness. So yeah, head to there. My Instagram is rosie.rees, R-E-E-S. I'm always shadow banned, so you have to type it out in full to find me. And I share, very vulnerably about everything I'm going through in my life. It's not just sexual related stuff. In fact, it's less about that these days because I'm always censored and always like in the naughty corner on Instagram. So it's more about my personal life. And yeah, we're going through IVF in the next sort of 6 months. So that's kind of what we're sharing more about at the moment.
Yeah.
And splashblanket.com, we ship all over the world. If I'm in, your neck of the woods, I teach naked yoga workshops for women to help them love their bodies and reclaim their power and let go of fear. So yeah, they're all the things that I love doing and love sharing. So thank you so much for having me.
Amazing. Thank you so much for that.
Thanks, Rosie. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I'm definitely
I guess our ones are pretty simple. Like you'll find us for all our handles. I feel like we don't need to tell everyone, but they're all swapping secrets as always. But yeah, like Lawrence was saying, thank you so much for taking the time out to come and join us. Teach us a little bit about crystals, actually a lot about crystals. But guys, customers, all of our beautiful listeners, don't forget to spank that subscribe button. I know I've repeated this a few times, but I'm serious because it's Christmas coming up and Santa will spank you if you don't.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time and we'll see you at the club. Stay sexy.
Thanks,
Bye.
guys. Bye.
Yeah, bye.